Hi, sweet grandchildren. It's time for another Pete the Cat story. And this one is Pete the Cat Checks Out the Library. And I know you older kids get to go to the library sometime, and it's a lot of fun there. Let's see how Pete likes it. Pete's mom is taking him to the library for the first time. Hi, Pete greets the librarian. I'm looking for the perfect bedtime story. The librarian smiles. I think I can help you with that, she says, but first, you're going to need a library card. Cool, Pete says. My own card? That's right, says the librarian, just for you. Now, how about we find you that book? So there's the librarian, and in the library it says, quiet, please. Because you remember, you can't be too loud in the library because other people might be reading books. This looks like a great library. Look at all the books on the shelves. The librarian takes Pete to her favorite room. There are lots of Pete-sized chairs and tables and shelves. There's fun art on the walls, and there are more books than Pete has ever seen in one place. What do I do now? He asks. Now you try to find something you like, the librarian says. You can bring home any book in here. When you're ready, just bring the books you like to me and I'll help you check them out. She sounds like a really sweet librarian, doesn't she? Ooh, look, the book that he found, it says Soar, and it's about rockets. That's pretty cool. Pete goes over to a shelf and chooses a book about jets. He reads it and pretends he's a stunt pilot. He flies a super fast jet and does a loop-de-loop high in the sky. Whee! Pete shouts. See? He's pretending he's flying high in the sky. I see a unicorn. Next, Pete picks a book with a wizard and a unicorn on the cover. Pete pretends to be a wizard. He helps the brave knights fight off the evil dragon and goes for a ride on the unicorn. So there's the dragon. Pete practices his wizard spells. Take that, he cries, shooting a blast of magic at the dragon. That sounds like a fun game to play. And yep, he's riding on that unicorn. Wonder what other kind of books Pete will find. Let's see. What is this? That looks like a spider, doesn't it? Pete's next book is about bugs. He pretends to be a scientist studying spiders and ants. Pete looks through his microscope at the microscopic world around him. He's never seen anything so cool before. He wonders what great discoveries he'd make as a scientist. Oh, wow, look at this one. Ooh. Pete picks up a book about monsters. He imagines himself facing off against a big, bad wolf. Pete does not like that story. He quickly puts the book down. Reading that at bedtime would give him bad dreams. Yeah, we don't need to read anything real scary at night, do we? That might not be smart. Wow, he's on a camel this time, and that is a pyramid, like they have in a country far away named Egypt. Pete's next book is about Egypt. He reads all about the pyramids and imagines himself discovering a long-lost pharaoh. Pharaoh would be the king, okay? Pete rides his camel across the desert and climbs to the top of the tallest pyramid. He even takes a ride aboard the Sphinx. Pete thinks being an explorer would be a great adventure. Wow, that would be fun too. That's the neat things about books. You can learn so much and you can imagine so many fun things. This looks like a disco ball. I think they're dancing. Or maybe roller skating. Pete picks up a book with a robot on the cover. He imagines that he is a robot. Bleep, bloop, beep, bleep, Pete says. He moves his arms and legs like a robot. They make a funny whizzing sound as he glides across the room. Pete begins to dance. It's a robot dance party. Next, Pete reads about the superheroes. He imagines flying around the city in a cape, chasing bad guys and saving the day. All of Pete's friends cheer for him. Thank you, Pete says, but it's all in a day's work. Super Pete to the rescue. And this says bank, and it looks like this is a cat burglar, and he's stealing money, and Pete is going to stop him. Pete to the rescue. Okay. Wow. This is super cool. Pete chooses a book about the ocean. He imagines himself on a submarine learning about marine life. He sees whales and octopuses and dolphins. Watch out for that fish, Pete calls as the fish swims by. The world under the sea is amazing. Pete is glad to have learned more about it. There's a submarine, and let's see, there's the dolphin and the octopus and the shark and the fish. Lots of little fishes. He's under the sea. So let's see how this story is going to end. So, says the librarian, interrupting Pete's fantasy, did you pick one? Pete shakes his head. No, he says, I picked them all. Pete's mom smiles. The night is going to be one long bedtime. I don't think Pete's going to be able to read all those books tonight before he goes to bed, but maybe one or two. I love you. I hope you are having a great day. Bye.